Hey guys, welcome back to Tamiya Legends. Once again, thank you for stopping by. Something new to show you. We've got a new arrival. Obviously in the title you can see what it is, but this is brand new in box, and obviously it is the Rough Rider. Now obviously because of licensing agreements, Tamiya had to call it Racing Buggy, Super Champ, Buggy Champ, whatever. It's a Rough Rider and it'll always be a Rough Rider. So this kit originally was number 58015 in November 1979. Obviously this is the re version, which was on part number 58441, and this came out in July 09. And as you can see, I think it's this side, this was the 30th year anniversary of the kit, obviously in 2009. So this original kit was in 1979. Can you believe that? 40 years ago. That's incredible. That really is. Apart from the name change, which is frustrating, quite a few decals changed as normal. Now I think a lot of it, especially the name changes, this was a real off-road car when Tamiya developed it. So I'm guessing obviously the licensing laws of the original owner, you know, whatever, wanted too much money or whatever. So it's a shame, but as I say, everyone I know always calls it the Rough Rider, and rightly so. So, brand new in box. So what we're going to do in this video is have a look at the kit. We'll go through all the bits individually if you've never seen one. It's a very cool, obviously it's the SRB chassis, which stands for Special Racing Buggy. I always get that wrong, but I'm sure that's pretty much right. So much metal in this kit, it's unreal, and when the thing's finished it weighs a ton. It's a proper tank, doesn't have a differential, fixed axle, two-wheel drive. Found an interesting fact out about the front tyres and the writing that goes around them. I just assumed they're the same. The original, if you know these tyres, this rear tyre comes on the Subaru Brat as well, and it's got in big writing Sandblaster all the way around it. The original Rough Rider had the same on the fronts, but for some reason the re hasn't. It's only got a tiny little Tamiya, which I find is odd, because I think these particular buggies, when the tyre writing's done, it really makes things pop. So you're kind of unable to do that. Although I have now learned that there's some reproduction front tyres that you can get from eBay with the Sandblaster writing on. I'm not going to go down that route. One interesting thing about this buggy is obviously box art is this red. Well, it looks red on the box, but the paint itself I believe is TS12, which is actually marked as orange. But if you see on the side of the box, they do this different colour for it, which I believe is TS10, which is the what I would call sand scorcher colour. That's what I'm going to do with this kit. I sort of went on Google, looked at red and blue ones, and there's a lot of blue ones out there, and I just think the blue one looks a little bit better. And again, they're both box art, so it's not like I'm breaking any Tamiya rules, which is important to me. So let's have a look at the kit. So as always, Tamiya, look at that box art. It just doesn't get any better, does it, than Tamiya box art. So as I say, you've seen that side, and this is the colour we're going to go for. So let's get the lid off. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? So obviously they've gone, it's a new electronic speed controller. So as you can see, they've kind of copied from the original box with the vac formed bits and what have you. So let's have a look at a little bit more detail. In fact, before we do that, let's just take some basics out. So that's the rear gearbox protector that goes on. You can get them in alloy aftermarket, and they look absolutely stunning. We've got the hard shell. I like painting hard shells. And then obviously you should know what that is if you know your SRBs. That's the, I'm going to call it waterproof, but probably more splash proof and dust proof than anything else. But it sits round and it protects all your electrics. Oops. And then we've got the decals. A lot changed on this sheet, a lot, but nevertheless it still looks great. What I really do like about this model is I believe the original, all this white had to be painted on, I believe. Now with this you just spray the shell whatever colour you want, and everything else is done in decal, including even the big black section at the front. So that'll save a little bit of time, but not a lot of decals, but you've got these two very long ones which are going to be a little bit tricky and you really need to take your time on them. But yeah, looking forward to that. What else we got? Then we'll lift this out. Normally when Tamiya do it, it's an actual box, but this is just on its own. So as you can see, we've got the gearbox housings, solid metal, universal joints. You know, these things just take me right back. These are this takes me back to early 80s. And then we've got both front and back tyre sets in there. As I say, rears with a big sandblaster on them, fronts just a small Tamiya. So that's that. Then we have this, which actually again is a lid, but as you can see what you get, all the metal work. It's pretty impressive. Full ball bearing set there, obviously metal arms, uprights. That's the year front suspension units, arms, bog standard 540 motor, and there's 2 gears in there. I'm not sure if this takes different gear ratios as standard, but we'll find out as we build it. And they call these little 4 brackets cam locks, which is interesting. Cam lock to me is an Avanti wheel, but these are spring loaded, and these are hex head, and you just turn them like half a turn and they pop out and allow you to open this unit up to get to your radio gear. But again, we'll have a good look at that once we're building it. And then we've got the wheels. Not 100% sure if we have to paint those. I'm pretty sure you don't, but if there is an option, I think we will, just to make this look really nice. What else we got? Obviously at first glance it looks like a bumper, but it's not. It's got something that you press out there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to pop it out fully like that. So I'm guessing it's something for your radio gear. And then we have the driver's section and roof. This has 4 spotlights on it. 2 at front, 2 at back. Driver unit, that's his roof, and obviously his helmet and dashboard to do, which I believe you'll probably get some decals for, although I'm just looking at the sheet and I don't see any. So that might be a little paint job as well. And then finally, we have the manual. We love Tamiya manuals. We absolutely love them. And then let's just have a quick snifty in here. Obviously this is all brand new, so it's all sealed. Oops, let's take this tape off and see what we've got. I think this comes with a Tamiya Speedo as well, which will be the 2009, it'll probably be the TBLE 02 S, I guess. Let's have a look what's in here. Let's just pour it out. Okay. So there's no Speedo, that's why you threw that other one in. Guy I bought it off, so I got that, which is brand new. Never used one of those, but brush Speedo, it's got Deans on already, so always happy to try a new Speedo. So we've got a chassis plate. Looks to, obviously it's not carbon, it looks to be like FRP or GRP. There's a bit of weight in that just on its own. Front bumper, which is exactly the same style as the original, but obviously it's in black resin as opposed to the, I don't know what you call the original, that sort of sandy colour. hardware bits, turnbuckles, diff oil, not diff oil, damper oil, switch cover. It's got a very fancy steering mechanism, this. What's that? Big floppy aerial, I like that. That'll look awesome running around. Metal shock bodies, or damper bodies I should say. I believe this is sprung. There's not much to this kit. Not much to this. Nice alloy bar. Driver goes in the middle of that, I believe. Yeah, that's where your shell clips on. No idea what those bits are. So much metal in this kit, it's awesome. Look at that. Drive gear. Oops, sorry. Drive gear all metal. Body clip. Some nuts. And that's pretty much it. There's, as I say, there's not too much to build in this kit at all. Not so. There's a couple of pinions in there as well. And they're quite different actually. One's a 20 and one's not marked, but it's way smaller. That's interesting. Of the same pitch. They look to be. So yeah, it looks like you have got a couple of gear ratios to play with. Are you guys the same as me and wish Tamiya just every kit came like this? I know it's a bit nerdy, and it is a waste of packaging. I fully understand why Tamiya have gone away from it. But there was something, and there still is something very special about opening a kit. You take the lid off and it looks like that. There's not many of the re-re's have done like that. The full SRB range, apart from the Ford Ranger, which looks like we're not going to see. But we got all the others, Sand Scorcher and Rough Rider and Buggy Champ or whatever it was. And obviously the Avanti and Egress were done this. In fact, the Avanti and Egress, or certainly the Avanti, was probably the prettiest box I've ever seen Tamiya do. It was, well, it was second to none in my opinion. So guys, that's pretty much it. That's the, as I say, the TS10 paint that I'm going for. Sand Scorcher blue. It's going to look awesome in those colours. I'm going to do as much detail on the paint as I can. So as I say, if the wheels need painting, not too sure about this section. Looks silver on the box, so probably going to have to paint that. Obviously there's a driver figure to paint. Probably the back of the spotlights as well. In fact, I believe it's front and back, because these obviously have the yellow fronts, which is not just done by a decal. So I think there's a bit of paint there. So there's a fair bit of effort in the shell to make this look the biz. I've actually got a set of original front tyres that came with the Fast Attack vehicle. As I say, they're original, so they've got the Sandblaster writing on. Now, I don't think the Fast Attack vehicle would suit the tyre writing done, because it's a military vehicle. So I could pinch those tyres, although we've got the custom Sand Scorcher, which I was kind of planning to put those on. So I need to choose between the Sand Scorcher and this, which is going to have the original fronts on. Because when you see these in blue and both tyre writing is done in yellow, absolutely superb. So leave in the comments, guys, what's your favourite SRB? I'd like to know. Mine's a Ford Ranger, and it's such a shame we're probably never going to see it. And I don't want to get into this argument of why we're not going to see it, because it makes no sense to me whatsoever. You've done this, you've done the Blackfoot and whatever else, just bang the parts together and stick some different decals, make the changes you've got to do and bring the Ford Ranger kit out. But as I say, I don't think we're going to see that. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed it. So next time, in part 2 of this video, it'll be the full chassis build. Hoping to do that in one video. As I say, there's not a great deal to do, but I'd like for you guys who have never built one, and for me, I've never built one. I've drove a couple of them, but I've never actually built one from scratch. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it all goes together with all this metal. And then we'll do a part 2 of the body, and then we'll probably get a running video done. But winter's coming, so we'll see. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, it's really appreciated. If you are new to this channel, if you could please like, subscribe, share, comment, all of the above just helps put this channel out there, that'd be awesome. And if you do decide to subscribe, please smash that notification bell for our weekly videos, that would be much appreciated. And as always guys, Happy RCing.